The Transformers will return after these messages. We now return to the Transformers.
All right, and we are live for the long-awaited, long overdue Megatron draws, number 52. Fuck. God damn, it's been a while. How's it going, guys? Oh, we got Jake in the chat. How's it going, man? I'll just be in and out of chat. We got some art. Nice. Yeah, so fuck, it's been a while. So yeah, today we're gonna be doing Elastigirl and Violet from The Incredibles, and yeah, because I decided, because it's been a while, I felt like I kind of owed it to you guys to do more than one. I felt like we'll see how much we can get done. I don't want to go for too long, but I don't think these two will take me that long to color. But yeah, let's get this light going. Hold on. And obviously, and the reason why I haven't been around lately is because I've been having, the app I use on my phone for streaming normally kind of buggered out, so I got to kind of wait until I could get this guy, the guy that's recording the stream at the moment. So yeah, so let's pick out some colors, and we're gonna start with Elastigirl because I'm still working out just a little bit of a idea in my mind for what I'm going to do for Violet. So we're going to start with Elastigirl, get Mama going first, and then we'll work on to the daughter. So yeah, actually, yeah, we can fix that later. We can fix up some of the line work later, but let me just check to make sure. All right, just a little bit. Still kind of, it's mostly kind of like a test stream here today. So actually just pull out this guy. Actually need to get some paper here. Just so that I'm not just so I know which colors blend well with each other. All right. All right. So we're gonna start with the skin tones really quickly, and you'll kind of notice that I haven't actually inked in the lips yet because I'm gonna try a different thing. I've kind of seen this a lot, where some artists will use Copics, the colors, to actually, instead of like actual inks for the lips on females, because it kind of creates a much more softer sort of look to them. So I'm gonna give that a try today because I'm all about trying something new. All right, just it's a little crooked. Okay, this seems to be fine. Once I get a bigger, I actually have a new desk coming in sometime either next week or the week after. Should be when my new desk comes in. So, fucking COVID. Just kidding. I'm not COVID. All right. So let's get the, okay, went overboard. But yeah, I got a new desk coming in. Actually, it's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be a lot bigger, so I can actually move around. Ooh, nice. There, and there we go. Like that. And so I'm using a YR000 for those watching who want to know which markers I'm using. So kind of just follow some of these early pencil lines. Good nose. Yeah, Frozen was cool in the Incredibles. No pun intended. Yeah, that movie was so fucking good. The first one was really, really solid. Especially one of the things I actually first looked to when I was starting when I first started developing the ideas for my comic book I'm working on. Because I just thought it was a really, really good superhero story, and I really liked the family themed stories and stuff. So, well, I wasn't really a big fan of the second movie that came out, I think, a couple years ago. Not that it was horrible by any means, it just wasn't as good, as the last one, as the first one was. Oh, it's a tie in the pull there, Mr. Incredible, and ooh, Violet. Yeah. I liked all the characters honestly in the first Incredibles movie. I thought Syndrome was a really interesting villain. Yeah. Mirage was an interesting character. Yeah, I'm not doing Mirage. I think Mirage would be a fun character to draw. Let's do this instead. All right, I think we needed to do some blending. Actually, I think EL would be good here soon. Oh, fuck. There it is. Actually, I might pull you out. Might add a bit of a rosiness to her. Oh, I better turn you around. There we go. But yeah, I'm already liking this new setup here, actually. I have a lot more room to sort of move and stuff. And once the new desk comes in, I think I'll have a really smooth sort of setup here. Because I'm always kind of working at an awkward angle with. Ooh, I just spat on my own drawing. Nasty. Well, if anyone wants to buy this, you can have my DNA. So, comes with my DNA on it. All right. But yeah, once I get the new desk in, I should be smooth sailing because it's really cramped here. I'm always working at a really weird angle. So the new big old desk should fix that problem. All right. I'm thinking maybe I should like swap to each character when I do, because they're gonna have the very much the same sort of skin tones. I might just swap to. Actually, no, that's a bad idea because I might need to do some lighting effects on Violet later. Actually, gotta be. Ooh. All right. All right. I think that. Okay. Use the E00 to kind of blend the two colors together. Ooh, yeah, I'm not sure if I like that very much. Let's go over with something else. But yeah, like Incredibles is actually one of my favorite movies growing up, actually. I remember watching that movie a lot. I actually remember the very first couple of trailers. I'm still a young guy, but I still remember those like early trailers, you know. I think that, what was it? Which movie? I can't remember which movie I was watching, but I remember seeing I remember seeing two trailers. I remember seeing the one where he's answering the phone call, and then there's the one with Elastigirl doing her thing. From my memory, those are two trailers I saw in the theater, and that kind of I was like, oh shit, that was cool. So. Ooh, I probably should have done neck. Oh. Okay. Let's add a EO1 to that. To our thick mama here. And she liking that. Okay, made a good call here. This color. All right. Here, let's grab a real quick. Let's go over it. All right. Ooh, looks a little. Okay. Wasn't sure because the YouTube side looked a little choppy. Let me just quickly do that. All right. Hopefully, might just be me. Add E11, just kind of darken up some areas, or kind of like just laying out sort of I guess kind of a roadmap, for lack of better terms, for where I want the other color I want to use for some of the darker sort of edges of the figure. I think EO2 might be good here as well. There. Yes, I do. Okay, you're good there. blend that in with all right, I think I can move on to the E02. Don't want to give her too much of a tan because she's not that skin color. All right, I think we're I'll darken this area up too. All right, I think we're ready to move on to other parts of her body. I think we'll start with the hair now. I'll keep the 11 out though. So she kind of has like a reddish sort of brown type of hair going on. So I think I'll pull up my copper, my certain, whatever it's called. All right. Yeah, sure. We'll start with light. I think we'll start with light to dark. That's how we're gonna go with the hair here. Just kind of follow the early pencil lines I did. I can still kind of see. I'm not too sure, but you can kind of see a little bit on the camera. Let's go this way. Hey, Keely. How you doing? All right. I better make sure you're seeing what I'm drawing. Okay, I think we'll add, should I add E11 or should I add or just go right into the copper? Hold on, just look at the reference. All right. Okay. I think we'll just like build up to it a little bit more. Let's try. Just need to do some blending. Yeah, not really that one. Not really feeling that one. Need a more reddish brown here. How about you? work. Here, I'll just keep that off the screen. All right. All right, we'll start with the E29, and we'll kind of build into the copper from there. I'll use my eraser to keep them from following me. I probably should have gone from dark to light here, but oh well. That shouldn't be too big of a problem once we get to violet. She's gonna have a very simple sort of color gradient for her, for lack of better terms. All right. I think it seems in. Oh yeah. Yeah, the way they use the powers in the first Incredible was really, really clever. There's a lot of really clever moments where they, like she turns herself into a boat and stuff. Yeah, she turns into a parachute. And she in the second movie they actually have her turn into like a trampoline, and she launches the bob into the air and stuff. I have my problems with the second movie, but I like the opening scene. I like the first scene that they were in. I just kind of I felt like the rest of the movie is kind of flat. Just didn't really click as much as the first one did, Because I kind of felt the main thing I was hoping to see more of in the second film was a bit more because the first movie kind of has you wanting to see the whole family go on an adventure together, for an entire movie. And so, but in the second movie they kind of split up again because the mom, Helen, kind of goes off on her own for a bit. So, and I think that the plot was kind of very similar to the first movie as well. Just with different circumstances, different motivations and whatnot, but hey Dominic, how you doing, man? It's good to see you, man. All right. Yeah, honestly, I really like the first Incredible. It's probably my favorite one as well. Now, for me, it's kind of tied between that and Lilo and Stitch. I really loved that movie when I was growing up. So, I think I've seen. Have I seen The Lion King? I think I've seen The Lion. Yeah, I've seen The Lion King a couple times. I liked it. Wasn't the greatest thing ever, but I thought it was good. And I'm guessing it's way better than the whatever Disney came out with. Let's see. I think did I see the? I don't think I saw the third Toy Story actually. I think I've only seen the first two. Hey, Bukaki Lord, how you doing, man? Bukaki is Pagas. All right. Let's see. I've seen Finding Nemo, Finding Dory. Just trying to think about which Disney movies I've seen. I think I saw Mulan once. Yeah, I saw it when I was in school one time. Definitely one of those movies I gotta rewatch. Yeah. It's been a while. Gotcha. Yeah, I hear mixed things. Either the third movie shit or the fourth movie shit, or both are shit, or both are good. I hear mixed things from different people. So, all right, let's blend that hair in a bit. A11. Start with the E11, so the base, and we'll kind of add in the E15. You know what kind of surprises me a little bit is that they never actually did like an animated like series, like kind of continuing the incredible storyline, because they did that for because they did that for a lot of the other some animated movies kind of got animated cartoon shows. So I was like, why didn't they ever do like a Incredibles cartoon? Like that'd be fucking awesome. You know, the premise is fucking fantastic. It's like there's so many things you can do with a superhero family. You know. So I think they did a Lilo and Stitch series. They did, well, not Disney, but DreamWorks kind of did a Shrek series or something, or was it the Puss in Boot? I don't fucking know. I can't remember, but yeah, because some movies will do that where they kind of do like an animated series like based on the animated film and stuff. So. Aw. Yeah, I don't think I've ever cried during a film, at least not in the cinemas. I usually keep that stuff for myself. I only do it on my own. So I'm a man. I'm a toxic white man. Don't cry in front of others. Yeah. Gotcha. Oh yeah. Speaking of Lilo's sister, started working on her and Stitch last night, actually, drawing of them, which maybe I'll show in just a minute. I just need to get this hair going. I kind of have to wait though until the blending card I ordered comes in, because it's kind of going to be my new way of sort of doing my my streams, is that or just like my pieces in general, you know, kind of like, because I'm using like kind of a cheaper paper for the inks and the pencils, and I'm kind of just using the blending card for the colors, because one of the problems I've been having was that, like, you know, because sometimes erasing it can be kind of a pain in the ass. Like sometimes I'll put too much pencil line work, and then no matter how hard I erase it, it doesn't go away. Sometimes some of the pencil lines don't go away. So basically what I do is I kind of light box the original inks onto the blending card, and I kind of just, in that way it kind of creates a nice, much more clean sort of ink lines and effects sort of thing going on there. So, but yeah. I'm gonna go a little bit more. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, I think Lilo's sister was one of my first crushes when I was growing up. Well, to be fair, I had a lot of crushes when I was little, so. And that's kind of what happens when you hit puberty. Is like, it's like, oh, you end up falling in love with every woman you see. But all right, thank you. I do enjoy drawing the big-chested ladies. Sadly, Nanny's chesticles get covered up in the drawing I'm doing, but maybe one day we'll do a more lewder. But I wasn't really going for a lewder sort of a drawing of Nani. It's kind of more. I was kind of going for like a more of a motherly type of thing, for at least kind of a when I did the Nani and Stitch one. Because to me, that's most. That's when a woman's most attractive, is when they're very, sort of motherly or for not. That's kind of a weird phrasing, but it's sort of a. I can't think of the word right now. Yeah, I remember watching Shark Boy and Lava Girl when I was younger. I think I saw it in the theater when it first came out. So I think it was like for like a school field trip or something like that. And I think my buddy, actually, one of my buddies at the time, was kind of he was the son of someone who because his mom worked at the movie theater, so we got. So sometimes it was kind of cool because we could get free tokens for the machines and stuff, or for the games and stuff. So it was pretty cool. But yeah. All right, I think a little bit of a red sort of hint would be good here, actually. Let me just. I might need a darker shade. Yeah, I think that'll work. Nice, yeah. I remember watching the Power Rangers, but never really got into it afterwards. Just kind of when I was. I was like 4 or 5, and then I kind of stopped. Got into other things at the time. But I was into all sorts of things when I was younger. I was into Star Wars, DC, Marvel, Transformers. Yeah. I'm going to use too much red. I need a darker shade of brown, actually. Okay, can you go fuck yourself? Thank you. Put an asshole pen in my way. At seeing, yeah, Leia too. Leia too was definitely one of my crushes. I remember watching the original trilogy because we used to have a VHS, so we would always watch. I would always watch the original trilogy. But I can't remember what happened. I think one of them. I think we had Empire Strikes Back, but we kind of wore out the tape on it. so, but I don't remember what happened to the other ones. I think I'm either one of them broke because we had all 3 of them, so I can't remember what what exactly happened to them. It's been a while, but. Just gonna make sure. Right. Okay. But like, yeah, I used to watch like Return of the Jedi all the time. Like every time I'd come home from school and stuff. And I actually got to a point where it's just like I was really into Star Wars, and it's just like, you know, I think I remember going to school because we had like show and tell at school, right? And so, one day I decided, you know, I wanted to draw like the entire movie because the Star Wars movie kind of got me into, not really got me into drawing, but kind of elevated my enthusiasm to draw. Because I was always drawing. I think I was always drawing when I was younger. But like, you know, kind of elevated a little bit more once I got into Star Wars, because I was always like drawing like Star Wars characters when I was in elementary school. And so I got the idea in my head from somewhere to like, I'm gonna draw the entire movie. So I went and watched like the original trilogy and and like I think the prequels too. I can't remember if I got to all the prequels, but I basically drew, like I would watch the films and I kind of like draw different scenes from the movie, word by word, you know. And I went and I eventually like took it to school and read it to the class and stuff like that. And so, yeah. Debbie Ryan. Ooh. Oh yeah, that chick from Zack and Cody or whatever it was called. Or like I think it was like a sequel to it. I don't remember. All right, I think I like it. I think maybe another. I think we need some darker browns. Let's just tidy it up a bit. Not that one. I think this guy might be. Yeah, I like this one. You get some darker areas going. There we go. Look at that. I think I'm gonna go over it with some copper, and I think that'll be it for the hair. Stay there, asshole. One thing I don't like about these fucking child markers is they always fucking roll on you. It's a pain in the ass. That's why I only buy sketch markers now, because they don't have that problem. Because they're flat. And I'm gonna have to bring out the whiteout at the end of this. Not today. Yeah. I remember watching a little bit of that show when I was younger, but all right. Okay. All right. Actually, let's just darken this up just a little bit more. Add the shade. There we go. There we go. That's much better. E31 might be good. Just a quick run through some of the highlights here. Okay, copper. This guy. I also remember watching that Canadian cartoon called Total Drama Island. I've never seen that. Never heard of that one, honestly. I might have heard it somewhere, but never really watched it. Never really watched a whole lot of the Disney Channel stuff. All right, I think we're doing all right. I think maybe another stronger dark. Yeah, I think we need a slightly darker brown, and we'll kind of be able to wrap up the hair and move on to the costume. There we go. I like that much better. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't too sure. I haven't. It's been a long ass time since I've watched TV. I don't really watch TV anymore, honestly. I kind of just use YouTube, and I use different sites for watching my cartoons and stuff. Because I don't have time to follow any new TV shows. Just don't have the time for it. So I'm not working my ass off at work. I am drawing like a madman in my office here, as well as working on ideas for the book. Which kind of take a little bit of a break from, a little bit, not too much. Then just kind of sometimes you just need to take a break from something that you're working on before you can get back into it, just to make sure. Just come back with a much more fresh sort of mindset, you know. And I'm still kind of like thinking about ideas for different characters and stuff. And I kind of need to, a lot of things are just all like a lot of decisions like you just have to kind of think about more, you know. Yeah. For most part, I have kind of like the heroes sort of laid out as kind of the villains right now. I'm kind of working on, but at least some of the main ones, the ones that are going to be more prominent in the first couple books. So. Nice on that. It's awesome. But yeah, we're a long ways from ever getting to the book because I got a lot to do a lot of things before I can feel comfortable doing my own book, as well as obviously I want to make sure I develop the best story I can possibly create. We'll touch that up later. I don't want to just like give sell a piece of shit book. It's not how you build a business. You build it with good products and good communication with your customers and whatnot. Actually, we'll use 15. And so, I kind of just need to build up my art sort of skill, as well as actually develop the story for the book and get to a point where I am comfortable with doing like actual announcements for certain things. Because at the moment, I'm kind of keeping things close to the chest. Mostly just talk about things in DMs with some of my closer friends here. Just to ask for like input on some certain things, especially because I have some of my friends with very much a sort of an art circle of friends here. They kind of ask that I kind of sort of look to for advice or whatever. But yeah, I think that'll do it for the hair. Just do one sort of layer, and then we'll move on to the costume. All right. Let's pull some lights. I'm just going to move the camera just a little bit. There we go. All right. Yeah, anyone can be an artist, dude. Just takes practice and dedication and whatnot. Yeah, I like this one. Be careful with the symbol here. Nice, yeah. Had quite some time to hone my skills. Yeah, I've never really. I've been into writing, just not. I've been more into art though, but I've done my fair share of writing as well over the years. It's kind of off and on. Yeah, it seems like it, but yeah, it's kind of like what I'm trying to do here with my own book. Trying to do something fresh, but also somewhat familiar, because it's gonna be very much a superhero story, because but it's also gonna have it. I'm trying to go for my own sort of flavor to it as well. But that's kind of what I'm kind of trying to work on a little bit more, is to make my characters a bit more three-dimensional at the moment, because right now they're kind of just like basic archetypes, but I do have some so it's kind of like just making up the personality and their arc and it's all about kind of like making their archetypes stand out from because for example, I have one hero who's gonna be kind of like your typical like Superman, Captain America type character. He's gonna be this aspirational, hopeful guy, but my job is as a writer, your job is kind of to make that character different from all those other ones, while also still staying within the same sort of archetype, same sort of vein as those other characters, So it is tricky. It is definitely tricky, but like, I mean, once you understand the archetype you're working on, it kind of becomes easier to kind of figure out, okay, well, let's see how we can make this character stand out from this guy. It doesn't really seem as tricky, but I don't know. Anyways, actually, I might have made a mistake here. I think her shoe's supposed to be a bit more shiny. Oh, no. Couldn't remember if her shoe was a bit more shinier, but it looks more like a cloth type costume, so it should be good here. Because this is like more like a latex sort of suit, then it kind of have to have a lot more shine to it. So, but I'm good. Well, nice, Jacob. Yeah, I tried digital art a while ago, but I just couldn't really get into it. Mostly because I was kind of already on the path to traditional work anyways, so it's just like, I'll stick with what I'm comfortable with. But I mean, I encourage all artists to kind of find the medium that works best for them. Okay. All right. So let's add a darker shade of red to her. Should we use this guy or this guy? Actually, the crimson might be a better option here, actually. Not you. It's kind of a pinkish red, though. But I think that might be a better option. Yeah, I like that better. Gotcha. Only thing I use digital for is kind of when I what's the word? transfer the art to computer. It's the only time, because I sometimes use Lightroom to sort of because sometimes I have to take a picture because you want to use when it comes to color, at least from what I know, I don't really have my own scanner, but I've learned from other artists that kind of said that, you know, sometimes scanners can really mess up if you do like colored work, for instance, which is what I'm doing right here. It can kind of mess up the colors if you want to scan them into your computer, and so the best way to go about it is actually get a camera to actually take a picture of the colored pieces. And so that's kind of what I've been doing for some of the pieces I did. But that's as far as it goes for digital. Although I might need to do some digital work when I do my comic book. If I need to, for when I do the inks and stuff like that, I might need to touch some things up in Photoshop or whatever. Well, yeah, you sometimes have to adjust like the coloring still, even when you take the pictures of them, because I don't really have the best studio for taking pictures of my art, so I kind of have to lower down the temperature and whatnot. Well, I'm thinking about, I haven't done this yet, but I'm thinking about using a mixture of Copics and watercolor, because I kind of found that I like doing backgrounds a little bit more with the, at least when it comes to like sky or space or water or whatever. I kind of like using watercolors a little bit more, but like, you know, coloring the actual figures with Copics better. So, and yeah, I kind of looked into it a little bit more. I've seen different artists that kind of combine like the Copics with the watercolor for the pieces. So I'm just like, oh, I might try that out. So. You're grabbing Nova. Yeah, that's kind of my problem too. I'm trying to figure it out because the way I'm kind of structuring the story for my comic book is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of weirdly, it's still very early on, so I can still change some things here and there, but the way I'm kind of structuring the story kind of makes it difficult to tell in one like issue. So I'm kind of debating whether or not I should just do like multiple like mini comics that kind of lead up to a bigger comic, or kind of flesh out some of the backstories for certain characters or whatever, or just do like one like big book that kind of takes care of at least the important things of the story. Because obviously there's some things in a storytelling, a story you don't want to keep. You want to keep to yourself for a while. Like you because some characters will be like shrouded in mystery in my comic book. I kind of want to have some, because I think that kind of makes the character more interesting when you don't know everything about them. Like certain villains will have very kind of I was working the backstory for one of the villains, but then I kind of realized that I kind of like the idea of not knowing the villain's backstory. Or at least not too much of the story, because I think that makes just kind of alluding to things in their backstory kind of makes them more interesting, more scary, because they're an unknown threat's more dangerous than a known threat. All right. I kind of like that. Just had a this guy's 40. Might need to fill for that guy. Too pinkish. I think I want more of a reddish orange. Well, not reddish, but orange, whatever. Yeah, I'll take care of that once I do the. This part's going to be remaining white anyway, so it doesn't really matter if I get any color on it because I just white it out later. Well, you always want to do like white out last because you don't want to have to color over it. Let's see, 4 p.m. Oh shit. Let's see. It's orange on that side, yellow. Okay. Just making some early decisions on the symbol here. All right, I think we're ready to add a darker tone. Thanks, man. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't really too sure because it's a very different style. And kind of, I tried my best to kind of emulate the Disney sort of style while also keeping my own sort of flavor to it. Let's get rid of my browns. I don't really need them anymore. Actually, might do a little bit later. Add a little bit more rosiness to her face. Just to make her pop out a little bit more. All right. Can you fuck off? I hate when they roll on their own. That's just a little bit pinkish. Do this guy instead. Yeah. I'm gonna get more dark reds. That's what I need to do. Which I might use copper actually. Maybe a good option here. Just a little bit. It's kind of a reddish color. Yeah, she definitely is. Another one of my animated crushes when I was younger. Okay. Let's bring that in. Ooh, and let's strip it like that actually. I could probably just go back in with a lighter shade. Push that up. Or just trying to make it work. So I think we'll save the backgrounds for last. I kind of want to move on to Violet after I do the costume on Helen and whatnot. And like the little details like the eyes and the lips and stuff. We'll do that last. Because I want to get the color started on Violet before we... Just so we don't run out of time, which I don't think we will. Let's see. Who else is streaming? Almost live. Fuck them. Because I don't like to miss people's shows. So I think Geek Blend is actually streaming today, so I don't want to miss that, which I probably won't miss because it's 4 p.m. my time right now. And usually he goes live at 10, so yeah, it should be good. See, this one only took me 2 hours, so yeah, we should be done by 6-ish then. And I think Mara and Steph are going live today, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah. I'm still kind of working on refining my style a bit, but thanks, man. I appreciate that. Let's go this way. All right. The scene where she's literally stuck between 3 doors. Oh, yeah. That's definitely a very suggestive scene there. Really, definitely spawned a lot of porn, is all I'm saying. All right. All right. We will move on to 46. No. Should use 29. Yes. All right. Now, kind of just go over it all with one shade of red to kind of blend it all together. was like the scene where, yeah. Oh, that was so funny in that one scene where he's like trying to sneak into the base, and he uses and he takes a rock and he throws it at one of the guards, and he falls fucking down, and he's like just to use it as a distraction. I was like, always cracked me up when I watched that. And that's the scene me and my brother used to always like, rewind back to, just because it was so fucking funny. Oh yeah. The scenes with Dash and Violet was really cool. I like the way they kind of combined their powers at that one point where they kind of put a shield around him and they kind of ran around the forest, deflecting the enemies and stuff. All right. I'm not really liking the dart. I think I need to add a bit more to it here, just to tidy that up a little bit. So, just gonna go. Start it all up. Just to even it out. It's a little awkward there. All right. Let's see. Excuse me. All right. Yeah, it's kind of like was inspired by James Bond a little bit, but also kind of inspired by the 40s, like the comic books a little bit. Sort of a style to it. I really like the classic sort of superhero look to the film. I like that they actually wore like tights and stuff like that. They didn't like just try to make them all modernized superheroes. It's like no, they went with like skin tight outfits. They understood what the appeal of superheroes was. They were these godlike beings who took on these costumes that made them look more. Because the whole point of superheroes having those skin tight outfits is that it's meant to evoke that sort of mythological sort of idea that of what superheroes are. They're kind of larger than life. So that's why it kind of like emphasizes their muscles a bit more and whatnot. But nowadays, superhero costumes are just all they're all tech based. They all have flaps and they're all meant to be more, I guess, practical nowadays. But although to be fair, that's kind of hypocritical for me because some of the characters I have are kind of modernized. But like it's kind of part of like the story. It's not really meant to be a direct like superhero story that I'm telling. It's kind of the sort of a sci-fi superhero story is what I'm going for. But I am going for simple costume designs because they're easier to draw. And I think that simpler is usually better. There's usually a bit more. It's kind of like the Michael Bay thing when he did this designs for the Transformers, where it's like you do too much, you add too much to the designs, and you kind of lose the character. It's like you have Optimus Prime who has all this junk on him, and it's just like it's not Optimus Prime anymore. Just keep the simple designs. I mean, obviously, make it so that it works in a more modern, realistic environment because obviously it's supposed to be live action and stuff. But there's got to be a way to do that while also keeping the original intact. All right, I think we're good to go. It's just done. I think we'll go with the. Actually, let's get the blacks done. Look at the grays going on that, and we'll move on to the yellows, the oranges, and the lips and stuff. I think she has brown eyes, right? Yeah. And these are my neutral grays. Let's use 6. Don't want to do too much. I want to keep a little bit of the white sort of shining through. Just because the film kind of had a very shiny, like the black parts of the costumes looked a little bit shinier than like the reds. Oh, that's part of the eye. And nothing on Uni-ball can fix. All right, let's add a 8 to this guy. I really need to get some tonal grays, honestly. I need a 4. I think that ties this all together. Ooh, did I not get a respawn? Thank you. I think we'll use a 2 to kind of tie it all in. Just a moment. All right. That's 0. We need 2. The MCU places, yeah. I couldn't stand. Like, I'm so glad I fucking skipped out on the MCU, dude. Like, I think the last one I saw was the last Spider-Man movie, or not the last one, but the second Spider-Man, the one with Mysterio. That was the last one I saw. I didn't go see Captain Marvel. Like, the last real like MCU film I watched was like Endgame, but that was like a fucking big disappointment. Like, to me, the MCU ends at Infinity War, and yeah, because they did a lot of bad things with the characters, and I mean a little bit too in Infinity War, but not as bad as like Endgame. Yeah. That kind of made Hulk a pussy in the first one, but at least then it kind of makes sense. You know, it's just like, but there's more they could have done with Hulk's storyline in those movies. I feel like that was kind of missing. Yeah, Endgame was like I just couldn't stand it. It felt like a cop out, honestly, because I felt like I just didn't like that they did the whole time travel storyline in general. I just don't think that it was. I'm not really the biggest fan of time travel in general in a lot of movies. always kind of see it as a cop out in a lot of ways. Oop, I think I overfilled my marker the other day. Shit. Hold on. Okay. Got new refills the other day for my pen, so I think I overfilled this one. Yeah, actually, there's actually an animated fan film that actually kind of. What the hell is wrong with this marker? All right. Or there's an animated sequence that they kind of did where it kind of ends with Hulk actually coming out and like taking down Thanos at the end of it. I was like, oh, I would have preferred that, honestly, to what we get in the next movie. All right, let's grab some pinks. Oh yeah, I definitely liked Ed Norton as Hulk better. The whole point of Hulk to me was that he was always supposed to be this kind of scrawny, skinny guy who had all these anger issues buried inside, and that kind of came out as the Hulk. And so when you have Mark Ruffalo playing him, he kind of just looks like a pudgy guy. It's not really doesn't really seem like a whole stretch for that guy to Hulk out, you know. Yeah, it doesn't really have. You know, there's supposed to be a very big difference between Bruce and the Hulk personality, and that includes in size as well, you know, visually speaking, you know. And, you know, visuals are a very big part of storytelling too. You know. I think this guy might be Nope. Get that fucker out of here. And nope to you too. You like a light pink. Yeah. No, I just need a darker shade. Yeah, Winter Soldier was really good. I like the first Avengers. I like the first Iron Man. One I think that kind of gets a lot of it's kind of underrated is the first Hulk movie, or the Incredible Hulk movie, not the one with Ang Lee, but the Ed Norton Hulk movie was really good, I felt. And I like the first Captain America. I liked the first Thor movie, but the other two were kind of just like shit. I kind of like this new way of doing the lips. It's a little bit softer. I just need to darken some edges here. Hey, Grumpy. Hey, man. Nice to see you, man. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, Dash was fucking awesome in those movies. He's just so fucking funny. Now, one of the things I really liked about the first Incredibles was the how realistic kind of the family felt. Like that's exactly because like the way like Violet and Dash would like bicker and stuff like that was very like similar to how me and my siblings would argue a lot. You know, I felt really close to home. So. You know, it made it felt real. They really made the characters feel real in that movie. You know. I think this guy. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. I didn't really like the which ones did I like? I like Guardians of the Galaxy 1. Didn't really like Avengers 2, the one with Ultron. Felt like they kind of I just didn't really like the way they portrayed Ultron. I think what they should have done was because the main problem is that they tried to make his personality like kind of similar to Tony Stark's, but the problem is that wasn't really who the character was in the comics. From my understanding, I'm not the biggest Marvel guy, but from my understanding, it came from Hank Pym, which I think that they should have done. I think they should have done Ant-Man and the Wasp instead of the Maximoff instead for the second film. I think that would have made more sense to me. All right. She has like red lipstick, right? There's some things I liked in Age of Ultron, but I have a lot of. For me, Ultron was kind of like the main problem I had. But there's definitely some good moments in that film. I will say that. All right. Yeah, that was kind of interesting, but I just kind of felt like that it would make more sense to have Hank Pym and Wasp in that movie a little bit because it would be more closer to the comic source material. I also kind of find it weird that she unleashes the Hulk, but that receives because there's a scene where she's like showing all the Avengers their worst fears or whatever, and she ends up messing with the Hulk's head, and there's no real repercussions for what happens to her after that because of that. Because when he goes and terrorizes that town and stuff, I was like, it's like they don't really address that in the other films. I was like, what? But I might have addressed it. I mean, they kind of addressed some of it a little bit in Civil War, but I think but then it's like when you come back into the new MCU where she's like, oh, she's like shit talking Strange in that one scene in the trailer. It's just like, bitch, you literally unleashed the Hulk onto a fucking town full of innocent people. It's like, now you want to talk about ethics? I don't think so. That one I blame mostly on the studio interference. No, we didn't. I believe it. Yeah, that's kind of like what the whole point of the story was in the original lore, from my understanding. And I kind of felt like Ultron was too jokey in the movie. I felt like he should have been a bit more serious. Because the villain was originally supposed to be a bit more sort of a just straightforward, like no fucks given, sort of Terminator almost like personality, where it's just like There's like no emotion, like type of thing, you know. But James Spader is definitely a really good voice actor. He has a really good voice. I just don't think it really works for Ultron. I don't think it. I mean, maybe it could have worked if it was a bit more emotionless, but. Yeah, it's a little bit too. Yeah. I haven't seen the WandaVision series, but yeah, I heard she like kind of takes over a town or whatever. Yeah, I don't think humor is necessarily the issue. It was kind of like the placement of the humor sometimes was kind of jarring. Like, oh, I'm using the wrong marker. It's more like when they use humor in situations that are meant to be a bit more serious or a bit more dramatic or emotional. You know, I think that's kind of where the humor kind of falls. Doesn't really work as well. Because I mean, it is good to have like a sense of humor, you know, especially since it's superheroes and stuff. I think that superheroes should have a sense of humor. At least most stories should have a sense of humor, but just not too. But it kind of got to a point where it started to become too comedic. If that makes sense. You know, because you don't want to go like Zack Snyder route, where just like there's like no sense of humor at all throughout the film, or like none of the jokes in those movies ever really landed with me, honestly, or quote unquote jokes. Yeah, that shouldn't be really the case. Like Man of Steel shouldn't be this, you know, dreary sort of dark mess. It's like no, it's Superman. It should be light, not inspirational. And there can be serious moments and stuff like that, but there should be a sense of humor. There should be heart and soul, and you know, so. Yeah, I actually liked the second Guardians. I thought it was okay. A lot of people had problems with it, but I actually liked the second Guardians movie. But felt like there's a lot of good character development between a lot of the characters in that movie. Yeah. You don't want like I think it's like you know there should be a healthy. You know, there used to be a time where we used to have a healthy dose of that. Like, I think that the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies actually had the best tone for a superhero story, where it's like, you know, it was serious, took itself seriously, but it also had a sense of humor, and it was very balanced. You know, it was a very balanced sort of tone. And I feel like sometimes stories nowadays kind of do go too far in one direction or too far in the other direction. You know, I think that, you know, I think we need a balance of the two. But I mean, I've kind of just divorced myself entirely from superhero films in general, so it doesn't really. So at some point, you just gotta say what too much is too much. I haven't been to a cinema since when was the last? I think the last time I went to a cinema it was to see Empire Strikes Back when they were re-releasing movies and stuff like that when COVID hit. So. But I haven't seen any of the new Marvel or DC films. I have no interest in supporting the brand. I'm not interested in supporting the companies because I don't think they understand the characters at all and the world. And This is that the companies are just making very like shady fucking decision making. Just like I can't support that. The only thing I might go in on is the new Gotham Knights game. But I mean, if that turns out to be woke, which is a very big possibility that might go woke, because they might like do the whole Tim Drake bisexual route in that game. Hopefully not. Hopefully not, because that was like a stupid fucking decision, that storyline in that in the comics there. But yeah, I mean, they didn't have to die out too. It's the thing, because like the superhero films are a lot of fun. It's just like they're just, I don't know. If they're not deconstructing the characters, they're going all woke. So it's flip a coin and goes woke, flip a coin, or it goes deconstructed route, like the Zack Snyder films and stuff like that. So. And to me, either one's bad. I think they're both bad, equally bad. I don't think we should be deconstructing our heroes, and I don't think we should be embracing the woke culture. I think we need to go back to the roots, of these characters, and first and foremost. But like, yeah, until they completely change course and get back to the roots, I will not be supporting the films or the comics, because the comics are bad too. All right, I think we're ready to move on from the skin and stuff. Jay might add a little bit more darkness to the lips here. Hold on. All right, I think that's then we're gonna go. All right, let's do the symbol, the belt, and then the eyes, and then we'll move on to violet. All right, let's grab some yellow, some orange. We'll just use brown actually for the eyes. We'll do the eyes first actually. Sort of have my browns out. We use copper and sedan. Use the same colors we used for the hair. Yeah, honestly. Yeah, DC should have stopped at Man of Steel, in my opinion. Because ever since the Man of Steel just went downhill, it's all, whether you like the film or not, it's still, it's very, it wasn't the film to build a universe on, because it was very, it was very, it was very divisive, like kind of like, very much like how what's it called? Last Jedi was, it was very, it wasn't sitting right with fans or one side of fans. It's just kind of a. I felt like they should have done something more aligned with like the animated series and stuff like that. Something or closer to the comics and stuff like that. Or, I mean, they borrowed elements from the comics, but they borrowed from the wrong comics, if you know what I mean, because they borrowed a lot from New 52 to kind of build the DC universe on in the movies, and to me, that's not the right way to go. I think you should go with the more traditional versions of the characters, because New 52 was not received very well by fans. It was a very divisive time for DC because they were doing it. Because it was kind of like a forced reboot, I think, because I think Dan Nato kind of forced a lot of things to happen. Because he wanted like DC to be a lot darker than Marvel, because he was kind of like he's kind of more envious of Marvel, so he wanted DC to be a bit more like Marvel, which that shouldn't have been the case. And that ended up becoming the back burner for the template that they used for the DC films, and then they kind of this kind of went off the rails a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed Aquaman, I enjoyed Wonder Woman, I enjoyed Shazam as films, not really so much as proper tellings of those characters. I prefer the more classic versions. Because with Shazam, they kind of went with the New 52 version, where he's kind of this, cocky, sort of sarcastic sort of teenage kid, but that was never real. But who's kind of rebellious and whatnot, who had a bit more of an edge. That wasn't really who Billy Batson was in the comics to me. And then because the whole point of the character was that he was chosen by the Wizard to become Captain Marvel or Shazam, whatever they call it now. The whole reason he was chosen was because he had a good heart, and he was able. Because the whole point of him was that he went through the worst of the worst as a child, but was able to come out on top of it all, despite, and he chose, and he didn't change into this pissant teenager. No, he stayed true to himself. He stayed pure of heart, even though he went through all that horrible things as a child. Went through orphanages. He was kind of an orphan. He was, has lost his parents and whatnot, and so. But the whole point of that was that he never became bitter because of that. That's kind of, like that was a great line in the animated film that the Wizard kind of gives him, is that where he kind of questions why the Wizard chose him, and it's just like, no, it's the reason why I chose you wasn't because that you were strong physically, it's because you had a good heart and soul at your core. You've always protected your perfect heart. It's kind of like the whole thing with Billy. That it was all about the heart. That was the most important thing that he protected. So, but in terms of being a more lighthearted DC film, yeah, it definitely was a lot more lighthearted, which is definitely in the spirit of DC a little bit more than the other films, but it's still not the cure. It still wasn't the cure for DC films either. And Wonder Woman, I mean, I enjoyed Wonder Woman, but at the same time, it wasn't really the Wonder Woman that I knew. I preferred the one that was more attuned to her diplomatic routes. Because that was kind of like what was missing in the film, was that they kind of removed that element of her character, where she was kind of a diplomat, or not diplomat, but an emissary to man's world. She's kind of. She was sent here to bring peace and stuff like that. That was her main sort of mission. It wasn't just to stop a war or whatever. But I mean, that was kind of like more of the New 52 influence, where they wanted to embrace sort of the warrior aspect of her character more so than her emissary routes, which I didn't like at all. Because now they just kind of turned her into a Red Sonja type character who's not the the strong beacon of hope and not in peace that she was in the comics prior. So, all right, let's get a different shade of orange actually. The little circle was supposed to be white, right? Little circle on the eye is supposed to be white. Just making sure. Then Aquaman, I enjoyed Aquaman as a film. It was entertaining, but still not really Aquaman. I actually kind of felt like, when I was watching the film, I actually kind of thought that Patrick Wilson would have made a better Aquaman because he was blonde, he had blonde hair. He definitely has a look that he could definitely play a good Aquaman. I think, because he's played a superhero before in the Watchmen movie, but granted, that was a darker film than what Aquaman probably should be. But I mean, he definitely has the acting chops to pull off an Aquaman. I feel like he had this very commanding presence, but also, he's definitely shown in movies before that he can definitely be more charismatic and whatnot. Yeah, exactly. Like sometimes you just gotta stop giving money to these companies. I mean, that's the only way they're gonna really change, their course. That's why I kind of skipped out on a lot of not just that. I'm just like my interest for a lot of the newer stuff coming out just hasn't been there. Like I wouldn't have gone to see like for example the new Batman and Spider-Man movies. I haven't gone seeing just because I have no interest in seeing those movies at all. Use cool gray. Put you right there. Because I have no interest in seeing Tom Holland's Spider-Man story end or continue. It's just I don't care. And the last thing I want is to see him interact with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and whatnot. No. I want to keep those Spider-Man separate. I don't want to see Tom Holland anywhere near Tobey. And the fact that he has to take his Rose Gallery, like he doesn't even have his own Green Goblin. It seems like he doesn't even have his own. Now I could be wrong about this, but it's but I just find it kind of cheap that he has to have they have to use Sam Raimi's Green Goblin and Dr. Octopus as his own. So he doesn't have his own sort of Rogues Gallery. That's also one of the main reasons why I skipped out on this, because it's you're kind of destroying that very important relationship between Norman Osborn and Peter Parker, So, I think we're going to move on to Violet now. But first I'm going to take a little break because I need to go to the bathroom. So I'll play a clip and I'll have a character. I'll pull up I'll grab a Transformers toy. Who do you want to see? We'll give you someone to look at. He's closer, so you can look at Starscream for a bit. Starscream, stand up, you fucking pen. Alright. So I'll be right back, you guys. And I'll play a clip for you guys before I leave.
Further questions?
Your Honor, can I say something?
You may.
Those people, ones that put down people like
teabagged.
I want you to know that I do it all again. This is a circus, all right? It's a charade. It's an act. It's bullshit about how crazy I am. I ain't crazy. I'm not crazy. Okay? I know what I did. I know who I am. And I do not need your help. I'm smack dab in the middle of my right goddamn mind, and any scumbag, any lowlife, any
camping
piece of shit that I
teabagged
did it because I liked it. Hell, I loved it. I'm sitting here, I'm just itching. I'm itching to do it again. And you think what? You think you're gonna send me to a nut house? Some doctor, they're gonna get me to stop from doing what I want to do? Well, that ain't happening. Not on my watch. You people, you call me
the Teabag King, the Big Dick Teabag King.
Here I am. You want to hear
Remove the witness.
I am the Teabag King.
I'm right here. You want it? I'll give it to you. And anybody who came here today, hear me whine, hear me beg, you can kiss my ass. You hear me? I'm guilty. I plead, Judge. I'm guilty. You hear me? I'm guilty.
I'll teabag every one of them. I'll teabag every single one.
All right, I'm back. Hold up. Let me just get situated. All right, so Violet. Let's get you going. Let's see. Just with the because you're supposed to have her little force field here popping out. So I'm wondering if I should do that for nah. We'll keep it simple. All right, so my marker situation is a mess. So I'm gonna clean up a little bit. And I gotta reposition you. All right, should be good. Guilty. Yeah, I couldn't stand like the DC animated films that they were doing out there Justice League War. Yeah, I've heard the Batman was very overhyped and wasn't as good as people thought. Yeah. I mean, the race swapping aside, which is unnecessary, there's a lot of like story issues and just fundamental issues with the characterization that I was seeing in the trailers with Batman that I just didn't agree with. Yeah, because there's obviously definitely a woke element to the movie, from my understanding. I mean, at the same time, not being woke isn't an excuse for bad writing, So, which I find out a lot of fans are sort of making, the sort of excuse. Oh well, it's not woke, so that means it's a good quality story. It's like no, it's like they're like, oh, Mandalorian is not woke. Yeah, but it's not a good, well-written story. It's not a good show. Like, it's fucking horrible. Like, it's like, is Batman and Robin a fucking masterpiece now because it's not quote unquote woke or whatever? It's like granted, I love Batman and Robin because it's fucking dog shit. Yeah, but it's not Shakespeare. Is what I'm saying. Not exactly Shakespeare. So. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I heard that line. Well, like just like the general like characterization of Bruce Wayne just wasn't there. Like from my understanding, he doesn't even have like the Bruce Wayne persona. Like he doesn't have that sort of playboy billionaire persona when he's like out in public. Like, he's kind of just like being a edgy boy throughout the movie. Was what I heard. Which, not Batman. Like, Batman's not an edgy boy. Like, maybe in his teenage years, but not. Like, I've never seen Batman as an edgelord, all right? He's not edgy. He's not any of these things, all right? I just feel like they just missed the point of the character, like, so much in recent days. All right. Does she have a... I don't think Violet has as prominent lips, or I don't think she wears lipstick. Okay, she does. She has a little bit of a hint of it. Just look at the reference. So it'll just be a very faint sort of a coloring there. Yeah. Like, how many times does Thomas Wayne and Martha Guy get fucking shot in these movies? It's like, they did it in 89, they did it in BVS, they did it in Batman Begins, they did it in the Joker movie. It's just like, come on, man. We know what happens. We know Batman's story by now. But like fundamentally, I just didn't really feel like it was Batman in the trailers I was seeing. It was kind of because they were kind of evoking more of the Frank Miller Batman a little bit, where because like Frank Miller Batman was more about seeking revenge and stuff like that. That was never, but to me, that was never who the character was. He's not about vengeance, not in that way, not in that context. Not in the way that Frank Miller's Batman sort of pursued it. Like Batman was always about justice. He's always motivated by a sense of justice, which has kind of been lost in today's storytelling and whatnot. The way I've kind of always seen the way he defines vengeance is not so much in the literal sense, but more of a figurative sense, where he's like, because the criminals took his life, the life he could have had with his parents growing up, that happiness he could have had. He's taken away their life, not their life literally, but in the sense that he's taken away their life of crime, because they have to. They have to shudder in fear every time they go out at night. Every time a criminal goes out, they have to wonder if the Batman is watching. That's what he truly means by vengeance. It's not literal vengeance, because Batman could very easily just go out and kill as many criminals as he can, but that's not his goal. That's not his mission. That's not what his purpose is. Because Batman's a detective. He's about restoring order. That's what detectives do. They kind of restore order to a chaotic world, a chaotic city, or whatever. And that's what Batman's goal with Gotham City is he's not there to solve the problem in that way. That's why he doesn't kill. That's why he doesn't torture. Because the whole point of Batman is he's supposed to be above that. He's supposed to be above the criminal underworld, above the system. He's supposed to be restoring the system and to a more sustainable way. Showing and create a more stable sort of environment. If that makes any sense. That's kind of how I've always kind of viewed the character, more so than what a lot of stories nowadays sort of depict the character as now. All right, I think I'm done with the YR000. And so, like when you see in the Batman trailer, the very first trailer kind of turned me off immediately. The suit looks fucking awful. Like I'm tired of the military get up, all this junk on the suit. It's like, just give him a proper bat suit already. Give him the tights. Give him the yellow symbol again. The big ears. Like stop. I mean, at least they have the bigger ears in this one. Like in the Batfleck family, it is like tiny ass ears. It's like, make them bigger. It's Batman, not Daredevil. Josh Brolin's Batman? Yeah, I can definitely see that. Definitely has the chin for Batman. And definitely think he could pull it off. So, all right, let's switch markers. Let's get a. Actually, I think it should be fine. Just need to grab my. Where's my EO1? That was again. Actually, it might have fallen over. No, fuck. All right. Where the fuck did I? There it is. Yeah, exactly. Give him the briefs, give him the cape and the cowl. Like, let him look like to me, I would love to see like the blue Neil Adams batsuit. That'd be fucking cool. Or the animated series too, which I mean is very similar to the Neil Adams, but like to me that's the best like look for Batman. It's like because he's supposed to evoke this sort of supernatural element to the criminals. to sort of scare them off the streets and whatnot. And so, which they kind of pull off very well in that first scene in the Tim Burton Batman film, where you kind of have him like show up and he's kind of like, holding his cape up like Dracula. He kind of lets them shoot him, and then he gets back up like, like kind of like almost like Dracula in a sense, where it's like, yeah, you thought that would kill me? No. So that was awesome to me. Like, that's because there's a theatrical element to the character of Batman that they're kind of missing. They're trying to, and that's kind of what you miss when you do this whole realism route. Kind of he's supposed to really evoke this sort of supernatural element to criminals, and they don't really. And if he's just wearing this like suit of armor or whatever, like in the Batman or Dark Knight, it's kind of takes away from that. And that's why I actually kind of like that about the Tim Burton costume, because to me that's the best Batman suit we've ever gotten, because to me it's the closest to the iconic Batman. It was the closest we ever got, and it worked for Tim Burton's aesthetic in that film too. It's very he's a very gothic sort of feel to it. And the reason why he wears the tights, there is a practical reason. It's because I think that in the comics they explain that the reason why he wears it is because he doesn't want to be hindered in any way possible if it means saving someone's life. Like if it means that he'll get a bullet in his arm, he'll take a bullet to the arm if it means that he's able to rescue a child or an innocent person in who's in danger and whatnot. Right, because that's who Batman is. He's someone who's always selfless and always self-sacrificing. So there's a story and practical reason for it, but it's also because, in order to evoke this sort of supernatural element, it's like you have to, the suit is kind of meant to be the reason why it's so tight on his costume, because it makes his muscles stand out and it kind of gives it a little bit more of that supernatural edge, because it makes him look a bit more real, like a supernatural creature from the night. Yeah, they did kind of a good job with that in Batman Begins, but kind of they didn't really do a whole lot of that afterwards in the Dark Knight films. I mean, they kind of did a little bit in Dark Knight. There's definitely a mysterious element to the character, but not so much in the later films nowadays. Yeah, exactly. He's supposed to be a ninja. He's supposed to be using stealth. I mean, the only good positive thing I could kind of say is that they're actually embracing the detective element of the character in this newer film. But other than that, it's just not really the character to me. At least from what I've heard and what I've seen from trailers, it's just it's not Batman. Good job making him a detective again, but there's more to the character than just being a detective, So. Wrong side. Never really use the chisel set out of Copics. Always use the brush. Only time I really use the chisel, usually for when I do the background and stuff. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, Grumpy. Yeah, it'll probably go for another hour and a half, maybe. Let's see. Yeah. Probably done 6:30, 6:40-ish. Or my time anyways, mountain time. So. Just gonna outline the lips just a little bit. It'll probably just be a little light, sort of pinkish color for Violet's light lips, because not as prominent as her mother's. So, yeah. Ooh, Grundy would be cool in live action, actually. But if they do them, I'd kind of like to see them do the Red Tornado or the Tornado's Path storyline. I can't remember who wrote it, but it was a really good Justice League book, I think. And Solomon Grundy ended up being like the main villain of that, because every time Grundy dies, he kind of comes back in a different way. And this time when he came back really intelligent and really sadistic and whatnot. I was like, oh shit, that's really cool. It was a really cool Grundy storyline. All right. Go add the EO2, and then I think we'll once we're done blending that in, I think we'll do the hair. Which is it's not really a purple, it's kind of like a indigo color from the reference I've seen, what I'm looking at. It's kind of like a bluish purple. J.J. Abrams and his acolytes, yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't wait till he actually. Gosh, I can't wait for. At this point, I'm just like, just go for it, DC. Just go for it. It's like you're not gonna change. This is like I'm looking forward to seeing the shit show that is J.J. Abrams' Superman movie, because it's gonna be fucking awful. Because if you've read this, or if you've heard about or read the flyby script he did, it's fucking awful. Like J.J. Abrams, like, just does not understand Superman at all. His whole world, he just does not understand or doesn't give a fuck about it. Like, he tried turning Lex into a Kryptonian, Clark was going to be a prince on fucking Krypton. I was just like, this is horseshit. Horseshit. Exactly. He really is. He really is. He ruined Star Wars. He ruined Star Trek. Yeah. Although I'm not really the biggest fan of Star Trek, but from my understanding, yeah, they did a lot of dumb things in that, according to a lot of the hardcore fans. With like the Abrams films and whatnot. All right, I think I'm done with. I'll touch up the top here for just a minute, and then we'll move on to the hair. Let's just blend that out just a little bit. Jar Jar Abrams put too many. Exactly. All right, let's pull some blues or purples here. Actually, I think I might just do this here. Just look at the reference again. Hold on. Yeah, it's more of an indigo color to her hair there. So. Maybe. If so, he's doing a wonderful job. Actually, yeah, I think that works. I think this blue might work. Hold on. Reference. Thank you. I think this guy might be a really good combination. Yeah, I like that. All right. So we'll start with dark. So we'll use B97, B23, and BV17 for the hair. Can you get your ass out of here? Thank you. God, I can't wait till the new desk comes in. It's going to make things a lot easier for me. Oop. I should probably pull the chat. All right. All right. It's an orange band, right, in here? I think so. Orange or yellow. Is there actually? I think I should go for like a bluish sort of. No, it should be fine. Oop. Got lots of notifications on Twitter. Have to check them out later. Yeah, I actually have a. Hold on, I'll show a picture of it. I have it on my phone. So now I can actually show my phone, which because I used to do my streams on, which I have this pretty cool phone case that you ever get to see. So, well, I took a picture of the desk. I showed Grumpy it, I think, on Twitter, but I don't think anyone else has seen it. But it's pretty cool looking. Where is it? There it is. So it's going to be this this desk. There we go. It's going to be a lot wider for me. Just kind of move around. Because this desk, it has one of those things where it has like a drawer like next to it, so it makes it really difficult to fucking move around. But yeah, the desk I think it's gonna be like 55 inches long, like this going wide, and then I think 23 going the other way. So yeah, it'll make things a lot easier for me. Also think I'm getting a new light system here. I'm kind of just like borrowing this one from a friend, but because I got tired of the old lamp I was using. Didn't really like the warm light. Kind of just throws my vision off when I do my colors. All right, so kind of want to hold on. It's pretty close to her hair color, I'd say. Might need to add a little bit more darker tones, but just add the B23 now. And I'll probably add a little bit more of a purplish sort of tint to it. Obviously later we can go back and add some highlights with the gel pens. All right, so okay, I think we're gonna go with not you. Should I use you instead? Yeah, that works really well. There we go. I think I sharpened it pretty well. Can you not? And this is why that bigger desk is going to come in handy. I'm not going to have that many problems with fucking markers rolling towards me. I think I got the force or something. All right. After this, I'll kind of add in another shade of or another layer of blue to kind of just tie it all in, for lack of better terms. All right. So 23. All right, I think we're ready to move on to the costume. Start with the reds. So I should keep the blues around. Put the skin tones away for now, just to clear off the desk, which I might use. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, so I think we'll start dark to light this time around. Try to mimic the original cartoon design for her as well. Kind of this very skinny, slim sort of body build or whatever. So. No, like big heads and eyes and whatnot. Everyone's live on Twitch or something. Don't think so, but yeah. Just want to see if we can rate anybody afterwards. Not that YouTube is meant for rating, because it doesn't really have a system. Like they should get their own. Like I don't know why YouTube doesn't have like their own like rating system for live streaming, but whatever. Ooh, not too sure I like that. Ow. Okay, let's get the twice. Ooh, that's a little. Yeah, kind of like that. I think I like that better. I like the dark than the light color. I think that way it looks a bit more sharp. Probably should have gone the other way in terms of my coloring here, but oh well. The leg. Ow. Another thing that can't be adjusted. Let's do 46. Alright, I think you need a refill too, but I don't have R46 at the moment. Need to put it on my Copic refill shopping list. Next on my order. Or go to the store. But usually they don't. I always have bad luck when I go to the art store because they never have the colors I want. I have to order half of them. Oh shit! So, hopefully I can fix that. If not, it shouldn't be that big a deal. You can sometimes push back the ink on a Copic marker with the blender pen. So you can kind of get rid of it. But it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I'll probably just do a big border around it anyways. Can you fuck off somewhere? Stay there. Let's try 29 actually. Or until I pull. No, not the crimson. No, not the crimson. E46. Hold on. All right, yeah, put that on the list. 46. All right. I kind of have a list taped to the wall in front of me. My wish list and some other things. Just as a constant reminder I need. So. And it's just very much more efficient. Ooh, there we go. That's juicy red I want. Get out of here, asshole. I actually saw at one of the art stores, I actually saw like those jelly rolls. I actually saw like a big sort of a case full of them. I was like, oh shit, I should get that. Because those things are actually really useful for like fixing mistakes and stuff. Like if I make, like for example here, I kind of added a little bit of red onto something that's supposed to be orange. Now, I probably covered that up, but I could also easily kind of fix that a little bit with the orange jelly roll I have. Thanks. Yeah, I'm liking the way she's turning out. The difficult part's probably going to be when I do the orb or the shield or whatever. Force field, not shield. Just because you have to account for the lighting and whatnot. It's kind of a. Hold on, let me just look up the reference. Okay, so it's kind of like a light around her hands, and that kind of. Yeah, okay. I get it now. I get it. Oh, I'm on Twitch, not on YouTube. There we go. Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. Obviously, yeah, I get it. I do it all the time. I'm always like drawing when I'm watching other people's streams that are writing or whatever. Yeah, this has been a fun stream. Actually, I haven't done. I don't think I've ever. I might have done one where I did 2 drawings. Or I don't think I. Actually, no, I don't think I have. No. So it's probably the longest I've ever gone. Hold on. How long have we go? How long have we been going? It's been. Ooh, we started at 3, so it's been. Ooh, time's been flying. All right. So I said 6:40 is probably when we'll end it. So the rest of it, I don't think will take that long. So I think the red, some areas here. Yeah, it should be good. So let's add some grays to the arms. Then we'll do the yellow, and then we'll. Actually, for this, I'll probably add a little bit of a blue sort of tint to it. Kind of for the little effect from the bubble. It's kind of a bluish purple. The little, oh, fuck, the wrong thing. Of course. Or okay, so it's more purplish, not bluish, but it should be fine. So just a little bit of that. Can you not? Hold on. No. No updates. I'm streaming. You cunt. A little bit of purple. Then we'll add. No, get the fuck out of here. I don't need Streamlabs. I'm already using StreamYards. You cunt. I still need to figure out how StreamYards or Streamlabs works. I want to do gaming streams, but I don't know how to use it. I haven't had time to work it. But I went through I scroll too up. Yeah, I really like the effects that they did for her. All right. So let's use an N2, just kind of blending the purple into the costume. Oop, that's a little much. Probably gonna go for a blue background for the box here. She's kind of stuck in, or the background. Then for Elastic Girl, reason why I kind of started the background for her first, because it seemed to be a little bit more complicated because you have to account for the lighting effect from the orb here. So, and the Elastic Girl one's gonna be very simple. It's gonna be, I think I'm gonna go for like a yellow background. So, yeah. So let's just get some of these areas going. She has purple eyes, right? Can you not? I don't care about your fucking feelings, dumbass fucking ad. Whatever the fucking thing is. Okay, she's bluish purple eyes. Okay, indigo eyes. Gotcha. Gotcha. Just making sure. Gotta get it right. All right, let's get some darker shades. Let's get 8, 6, and 4. Just kind of cover up some of these lines. I think I'll add a little bit of a blue to the mask. Yeah, I like that better. Kind of fits her character a little bit more. There we go. All right. Got a little blue too. Gloves. All right. All right, I think that does it for the blacks on our costume. So we'll move on to the symbol, the belt, and the headband. And then we'll move on to the orb in the background. We'll kind of go from there. Oh, and the eyes and the lips. Got to do those too. So let's start with the yellows. You could probably use it. There we go. No, not this one. Actually, I don't think this one will work. No. Trying to find a lighter. So that might. Yeah. There we go. Okay. All right, let's do the orange, the yellow. Let's get a darker shade for that. I'm going to use grays for that. All right, let's do the lips, the eyes, and then we'll do the orb. So we don't need the orange anymore. Or yellows. Clear off the desk. All right, so I think she has like red or a light sort of red, pinkish lip color. So we'll do that first. Okay, what am I missing? I think I need more RVs. Need more pinks. But all right, actually, that looks good. And a little bit of darkness to it. Said, should go R35. Might work. Nope, too orangey. Not what I want. Maybe this guy. Hold on. Okay. Okay, I think that does it for the lips. So let's do the eyes. I think I'll just use the same colors I used for the hair. So there we go. Let's add a little bit of a purplish sort of tint to it. Then we'll put that guy into. There we go. Much better. I kind of like it when you do the hair and the eye color, kind of when they're kind of the same colors. It kind of makes them pop a bit more. So yeah. Now we need my circle templates. So we need to do this orb. Now I think it's a purple, not a blue. So just gonna make sure I get that right. Yeah. So I think I'll start with this guy because it's kind of a purplish blue. So I think this guy might be the best pick here. Just to kind of get the overall shape going. Don't need you anymore. Maybe. Nope, too dark. Oh shit. Oh well. It's gonna white it out anyways. It's gonna keep it white anyways there. So. All right. This guy. Gee, yeah, that might work. Let me just see what it looks like in a white background type of thing. Okay, so I think it's the edges that are kind of colored, but the rest of it's kind of whited out. So you kind of want to just do that. Okay. start here. Okay, don't need you red. Done with the reds. All right. Kind of use different colors as we go. Just kind of add a bit more vibrance. All right, then we do you. Nope. Give me a lighter shade. I think I might have made it too dark. Here, maybe I can pull back the colors just a little bit. There we go. That's a little better, actually. Oop, I should probably look at the chat. Find it funny that the kids never age after 14 years. Yeah. No, I'm kind of glad that they didn't age them up. I kind of like it when they just keep them the same age. There we go. I'm liking this. But it's weird that it took 14 fucking years for them to do a second movie. It's just like there's been demand for this movie for a long ass time too. It's just like, and there was no like cartoons coming out like based on the show, on the movie. Yeah. Oh yeah, Jack Jack's fucking nuts. He's OP as fuck. This guy. Nope. Go bring this guy back in. Just to get rid of that bluish. It's too much blue. Then we'll just add like a lighter pink to the inner side of it. And yeah. The inner sphere, whatever the fuck it's called. All right. All right. I think that does it for that. Bad Bird. There's a third coming, but yeah, probably. Hopefully it's good. Yeah. Wasn't really the biggest fan of the second movie. Just because I wasn't really a fan of the... just the plot was just not really that good. I don't think the story was as good as the first one. I thought the villain was kind of predictable. Like if you don't see the twist coming, like you probably never watched a movie before in your life. It's like it's the most obvious fucking villain twist you could possibly imagine. Naturally, need one. There we go. All right. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. There's like nothing's safe, especially when under Disney's umbrella. All right. So let's get the background going. Do I want to do a blue? I don't know if I want to do a blue. I don't know if I would contrast well with the hair. Yeah. So maybe a bluish green might actually be a better option here. Yeah, I like that better. All right. Gotta be careful here. Yeah, I think this works better. Honestly, nowadays I just kind of assume everything's going to get the SJW treatment, or it's going to be a deconstruction of everything. Yeah. It's Hollywood's MO. And we'll kind of just go around the bubble. Okay, get rid of all these markers now. So I'm pretty much done. Just needed the background and do some little touch-ups here and there. But actually, it's only 6 o'clock. Holy shit! I thought I was gonna take till 6:40. Well, I probably could still. Yeah, my touch-ups might take a little bit longer. It's hard to watch newer things anymore. Exactly. That's why I'm just like creating my own thing. I'm just like, fuck it. I'm tired of you guys not doing what I want you to do. So, so I'll take my eyes in my own hands now. It's like, fuck it, I'll do it. Yeah, I can draw fairly decently. Obviously, still some areas need to be worked on, like, but fuck it, I'm doing it. Tired of you guys. Yeah, you're not giving me what I want, so I'll make what I want. That's what you gotta do. Simpsons kids haven't. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's kind of insane. Yeah, how long Simpsons has been going on for? It's like 30 fucking years now. Holy shit. Right. Oop. Yeah, I'll fix that later. There we go. All right. I think we're pretty much done here. So we'll do some touch-ups on. Do you want touch-ups now, or do you want to do elastic? Yeah, let's do elastic brush first, and then we'll do the touch-ups for both of them. Let's bring Ma back for a minute. Just need to do the background real quick. We'll just use. Makes you look good next to a yellow, just a simple yellow background. So. Ooh, you know what? I don't like this pen. It's coming down on me. All right, let's put the power through it. Here, let's use this side. Oh, yeah. Hold on, Y35. Let's add that to the list. I might buy some more refills actually with the mission I just did. Because the last order I actually ordered 25, which cost me like $100 for all of them. I think I bought 25, so I think it was like 180 something. All right, so what I'll do is I'll put down this shade of yellow, and I'll kind of put another shade over top of it. Because this one's kind of just going to shit. Yeah. Use this guy too much. Too much. Oh well, it'll create a nice little effect in the background. Hopefully. Okay. There we go. Actually, maybe this guy. Yeah, I want to be a bit more subdued. Ooh, actually, I think the other one might be a better choice. Oh well. Yeah, that works. Yeah, I like it. Maybe I'll add the other one on top of it. Need more yellows. I think I need more yellows. I only have a couple markers. Need more yellows, need more orange, need more green, reds. Ooh. Yep, happy accidents. I mean, this wasn't like something that was like, you know, beyond repair. Always try to fix your mistakes before you, call it quits. You know, you can always fix it or make it work, whatever you wish. Okay, so I think that does it for the misses here. So we'll grab some gel pens, kind of, and some whiteout. If I can find it. Oh. And where's my nope, not you. All right. So actually, I think I'll thicken up the line actually for the window here. Let's grab another. Nope. actually. Just grab this one. It's not as clunky as the other one I have. And we'll just use this guy. Use a Tombow for it. There we go. Oops, I should probably show you. All right. No caps. No caps. I love Edna. She's so fucking hilarious. Probably the funniest character in that whole movie, honestly. Although I like Syndrome, he was pretty funny too. Like a lot of his lines, like, "Oh, you cut me monologuing." And let's get the top here. There we go. And we'll get the okay. Okay. All right, there we go. Yeah, I thought the yellow would work really well for Elastigirl. I was gonna do yellow for Violet too to kind of keep it, in the family, but I felt like it didn't really work because of the. I was kind of like thinking about it in my mind how the power would work and stuff. I was like kind of thinking about which color would balance better with that. I don't think that blue and yellow or I mean, it might have worked actually because purple and yellow are complementary colors, but the way I was going about it, I don't think it would have worked as well. So. Honey, where's my super suit? All right. I need to keep you around. Okay. That should be everything I can use this for. So, white out some of the edges. Ooh, I need to clean you off. Hold on. There we go. I can fix it up with some more actually this. Just notice this. Let's add a little streak to our chin, our cheek line. Touch that up later. touching it up with a pen once that dries. And then actually we'll add the outline now to her. You'll need the Uni-ball for that. Actually, would this work? Hold on. Nope. Well, I might use that for something else here. This is in danger. Ah, yes. Just gonna add a little border to make her pop out a bit more. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they certainly did get busy. 3 times. 3 times. So. All right, got to touch up her face a little bit. So it kind of fucked her up. Got too much white stuff on her chin there. All right. But it all serves a purpose. You'll see. Kind of creates a little bit of a highlight. So I needed to cover up that little. So I ended up getting a little bit of a brown ink on her cheek there. So I had to fix it up. And highlights are a good way of doing that. Just probably put a highlight on her nose. A little bit on her. Oops. Get the fuck out of here. All right. Let's tidy up the face a little bit. Let's use 05 or 03. And I'm just going to black that out there. Well, part of the eye. Yeah, he definitely is one of the best, better villains. Really good story with him. There we go. I just need to get the mask. And the chin. There we go. There's our hot mama. All right. I think we're actually going to touch up just one little thing here. Just got a little bit right on the side there. Just need to. Yeah, I'll just quickly go through. Lines. All right, that should be everything for the misses. I just need to sign it. Where? All right, I should use this guy. Hold on. I practice. Haven't used those markers yet. Got these new metallic markers, so yeah, sure. All right, got to sign. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. All right. So actually, yeah, we'll add that later. Actually, we can probably just add that now. We'll add a little bit of detail to the eyes. Just a little bit of detail. All right. I think we're ready to move on to Violet and finish her off. Oh, yeah, the angry teacher. Yeah, he was fucking hilarious. Oh, I put you over there. All right. So let's just touch up this area. Okay. So let's clean up your lines, and then we will give you an outline. Just move it up just a little bit. There we go. Too far. Nothing that can't be fixed later. Oh, shit. Fuck. God fucking damn it. All right. Kind of fucked it up. That's why you take down your fucking rulers, dumbass. All right. Should be able to cover that up, though. Ooh, maybe not. Oh. I'm sure this gonna help me. Fuck. All right. Up bricks here, so I haven't seen Up actually. I've never seen that movie before. I've seen the opening scene of it, I think, but I never actually watched the whole thing. Never really got around to it. Actually. No. There we go. That's what we can use. Use a pencil. Kind of gets rid of it. Whatever. Good enough. I think they defeat the bad guy. Gotcha. We'll need some white out later. My stomach's telling me it's time for dinner. We'll order a pizza after this, actually. With no ketchup on it. Fucking Phil. If you're watching this, ketchup on pizza is blasphemy. It's disgrace. All right, I think we're pretty much done with the outline. I just need to do the. I just touch up the bubble here. And then one technique I actually found to doing like stars and stuff like this is actually take a toothbrush and actually put some paint on it and just like flick it onto the paper. I've seen some artists do that, and I've tried that myself too, but for something this small, I don't really need to do that. So, yeah. Just grab that. Okay. How's the hold on? I agree. I think he's from Mars. All right. Let's get some of you. Let's get a little squiggly line, little lightning effect throughout the thing here, just to be a little bit more. Just trying to emulate sort of the effects from the what I'm seeing on the cartoon here. I wish I had purple ones. I need to get more of these jelly rolls. I saw some at one store the other day. I might actually just buy a whole set of them. All right. I think that'll do it for the bubble here. Hands off, my man. Yeah. Hold on, what are you talking about? One. Go back to the Incredible Silver Hair Chick. Yeah. You know what? I might do maybe I should draw a Mirage at one point. It should be a lot of fun. Yeah. Yeah. All right, I think we're just about ready to wrap this one up here. Just need to touch up some of the black areas here. Oh, this area still needs, hold on. Yeah, how do I fix that? Oh, just ignore it. No one will see it. It's not a big of a deal, anyways. Oh, let's get the eyes, actually. Let's get the highlights on the eyes here. just to make it pop out a bit more. Just put a little on the lips. And let's get some white out of that part. Actually, this could be. There we go. I think we're ready to wrap this one up. Just need to touch up the eyes in just a minute. And then... All right. To the eyes, and we will call it a wrap. Okay. Actually, no, I could probably do a little bit more. Yeah. All right, I think that'll do it for this stream today. Just need to sign this one. Yeah, I'll use this guy. Ooh, there we go. Okay, yep, no problem, man. Yeah, I'll definitely be on the lookout for that. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for today. I think I might do some touch-ups later on my own time, but yeah, I think we're ready to rock and roll here. Just gonna put some things away, and then we will wrap this stream up. So I'll play a couple clips just to keep you guys entertained while I clean up my mess. So that's it.
Optimus Prime's gonna kick your ass!
I'm going to beat the shit out of Optimus Prime, and then I'll do the same to you, Bumblebee!
Bumblebee? I'm not Bumblebee. You're not gonna beat the shit out of anyone today.
Oh yeah?
You're yesterday's model, Megatron, ready for the scrapping.
Oh, I've never heard that one before, Prime. Got any new material?
Junk. That's what you are. Junk.
Still doing the same set, I see.
Optimus Prime!
Well, Prime, that's big talk from a robot that can't even fly.
Oh, yeah?
Do you need to borrow a rocket pack? Thundercracker, pull a rocket pack out of your ass and give it to Optimus Prime.
Fuck you.
All right, so today, yeah, here's our two ladies we colored up today. Ooh, here, hold on. You crack it. There we go. All right, so next weekend we'll be doing another stream. I will. If you haven't been following my Twitter, you will. Well, if you've been following my Twitter, you know I've been drawing this little guy. So I got Stitch planned for next weekend, and then maybe hold on. Now, if the paper I ordered arrives on time, I'll probably do this one because the way I'm kind of structuring my streams now is I'm going to try and do it this way where I use this cheaper paper and then on top of then I kind of transfer it to the blending card. But last night I got this inked up. We got Nani holding a Sleepy Stitch. So that'll probably be the next one after if I get my paper in the mail. So we'll just call it a wrap right here. Gonna go order some pizza and chill out. So, and you'll probably you might find me on Macany90's channel if you follow him. I'll put his channel in the description or in my hold on, fuck's sakes, god damn it. No. All right. Well, you guys all know about Macany90, so I might stop by his channel tomorrow if he will have me. And I usually stream with Mara on Tuesdays, so where we play Splitgate. So, and you'll see me teabagging. You'll see me doing weird ass voices with my voice mod, and yeah. So let's find my outro. So yeah, take care, everybody, and I'll see you guys next weekend. Bye-bye.
The Transformers will return after these messages.